Rest in peace, Matthew. Let's just get our stuff set up real quick. The Macintosh. This is what I told him, but I don't want to hear this shit, man. Alright, so welcome back. Last time we finished the incantations of the gates, the conjuration of the fire god. I want to say we might have even done 3. We might have even done the book of entrance and of walking also. I'm not sure. But anyways, you can go back to my YouTube or Twitch if they're still up. But definitely can go to YouTube. You can still find them for sure. But, so today we probably just going to be doing the conjuration of the Watcher. I think I'll probably just end it at that, because after that's when we start getting into the more important, bigger books that are more about the evil spirits as opposed to the good gods. But I think I'll just do the conjuration of the Watcher today, just for a quick stream. This is my first time doing the phone on Twitch, so I want to test out how the audio sounds. But yeah, so just as a quick test, guys, let's do the conjuration of the Watcher. And also, I'm trying to get out the house. I think it's better to read this stuff in nature, surrounded by the spirits, you know? It's just more in its element. But, yeah. So the book, the conjuration of the Watcher. This is the book of the conjuration of the Watcher. The formula is I have received them from the scribe of Enki, our master and lord of all magic. Great care must be taken that this untamed spirit does not rise up against the priest, and for that reason a preliminary sacrifice must be made in a clean and new bowl with appropriate sigils inscribed thereupon, being the 3 gray carven signs of the rock of my initiation, which are these 3 symbols right here. They must be engraved upon the bowl with a fine stylus, or painted thereon with dark ink. The sacrifice must be new bread, pine resin, and the grass Olea ribos. These must be burned in the new bowl, and the sword of the Watcher, with his sigil engraved thereupon at hand, for he will inhabit such at the time of the calling of the Watcher, and will depart when he is given license to depart. The Watcher comes from a race different from that of men, and yet different from that of the gods. And it is said that he was with Kingu and his hordes at the time of the war between the worlds, but was dissatisfied, and did cleave unto the armies of Lord Marduk. Wherefore it is wise to conjure it in the names of the 3 great Watchers who existed before the confrontation, from whose born the Watcher and his race ultimately derive. And those 3 are Anu, Enlil, and Master Enki of the magic waters. And for this reason they are sometimes called the 3 Watchers, Mas Sarati, and the Watcher Mas Saratu. And the Watcher appears sometimes as a great and fierce dog, who prowls about the gate or the circle, frightening away the Adimu who forever lurk about the barriers, waiting for sacrifice. And the Watcher sometimes appears as a great and noble spirit, holding aloft the sword of flames, and even the elder gods are awed thereby. And sometimes the Watcher appears as a man in a long robe, shaven, with eyes that will never lose their stare. And the Lord of the Watchers dwells, it is said, among the wastes of the Agigi, and only watches, and never raises the sword or fights the Adimu, save when the covenant is invoked by none less than the elder gods in their council, like unto the 7 glorious Ap Akalu, And sometimes the watcher appears as the enemy, ready to devour the priest who has erred in the incantations, or omitted the sacrifice, or acted in defiance of the covenant, for which acts the very elder gods cannot forbid that silent race from exacting its toll. And it is said that some of that race lie waiting for the ancient ones to once more rule the cosmos, that they may be given the right hand of honor, and that such as these are lawless. This is what it said. The preliminary invocation. When the time has come to summon the watcher the first time, the place of thy calling must be clean, and a double circle of flower drawn about thee. And there should be no altar, but only the new bowl with the 3 carven signs on it. And the conjuration of the fire should be made, and the sacrifices heaped thereupon into the burning bowl. And the bowl is now called Mas, and to be used for no other purpose save to invoke the watcher. And the bowl must be lain between the circles facing the northeast. And thy vestments should be black, and thy cap black. And the sword must be at hand, but not yet in the ground. And it must be the darkest hour of the night, and there must be no light save for the Aga Mas Saratu. And the conjuration of the 3 must be made thus. Is Ma'as Sarati, Sha Mushi Lip Shuru, Rushi Sha Limnuti, Iziza Nima Ilani Rabuti, Shema Ya Dababi, Dini Dina Alakti Lemda, Alsi Ku Nushi Elani Mushiti, Ia Ma'as Sarati, Is Ma'as Sarati, Ba Idis Ma'as Saratu. And this special conjuration may be made at any time the priest feels he is in danger. Spirit. And the 3 watchers and the 1 watcher will be rushed to his aid. This being said, at the words Idis Ma'as Saratu, the sword must be thrust into the ground behind the Aga Mas Saratu with force, and the watcher will appear for the instructions to be made by the priest. The normal invocation of the watcher. This invocation is to be made during the course of any ceremony when it is necessary to summon the watcher to preside over the outer precincts of the circle or gate. The sword is to be thrust into the ground as before, in the northeast section, but the Aga Mas Saratu is not necessary, lest thou hast not made sacrifice to thine watcher in the space of 1 moon, in which case it is necessary to sacrifice to it anew, whether in that ceremony or at some other earlier. Raise the copper dagger of Inanna of the calling, and declaim the invocation in a clear voice, be it loud or soft. Ia Ma'as Saratu. I conjure thee by the fire of Gira, the veils of sunken Velorni, and by the lights of Shamash. I call thee here before invisible shadow, in beholdable form, to watch and protect this sacred circle, this holy gate of En. Name unspeakable, the number unknowable, whom no man hath seen at any time, whom no geometer measureth, whom no wizard hath ever called. Call thee here now. Rise up, by Anu I summon thee. Rise up, by Enlil I summon thee. Rise up, by Enki I summon thee. Cease to be the sleeper of Agura. Cease to lie unwaking beneath the mountains of Kor. Rise up from the pits of ancient holocausts. Rise up from the old abyss of Na'ar Maratu. Come by Anu. Come by Enlil. Come by Enki. In the name of the covenant, come and rise before me. Ia Ma'as Saratu. Ia Ma'as Saratu. Ia Ma'as Saratu Zi Kia Kanpa. Ba'or Golo Malo Ne'eth. Kia Shata. At this point, the watcher will surely come and will stand outside the gate or circle until such time as he is given the license to depart by the striking of the priest's left hand on the hilt of the sword, while pronouncing the formula, Bara Ma'as Saratu, Bara. Thou mayest not depart thine sacred precincts until the watcher has been given this license, else he will devour thee. Such are the laws. And he cares not what he watches, only that he obey the priest. Alright, and that is the conjuration of the watcher, guys. As I said, this is going to be obviously a shorter stream. I'm just testing how my phone works on Twitch. But, yeah, next time we will begin the Maklu text. That's going to be the end of this stream. But, yeah, so I'll go back, I'll double check this. Anyways, like I said,